Do you have it on YouTube? Is it playing this song?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, but it's up though. It's live. Okay.
Alright.
Why won't you play the song?
Yes, we are currently live.
Okay. Well, Laurel fucked up.
Laurel fucked up.
A shitty wizard will you go about
Don't.
your day?
Oh, Adam fucked up.
Oh, why'd Adam fuck up?
No, because I had the volume on my phone.
Oh no. I'm supposed to just be able to... Yeah, okay. Well... Fine. No intro today. That's just how that's happening. Shit!
Have you posted in Discord that we're live?
No, because I can't do that till the video's up, so I'm doing that now. Although usually somebody beats me to it.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I bet somebody already did. Welcome to the super ratchet version of Shitty Wizard, where Laurel can't figure out basic shit.
Yeah, so we're unsupervised today. In a pretty significant...
Mommy's gone.
Mom and Dad are gone. Caitlin is still in Australia land.
We haven't decided whether or not she should even be allowed to come back.
I would like her to come back.
I'm mad at her for leaving. I'm having an abandonment anxiety.
I also definitely want her to come back, so when she gets back, I can get her to show me how all this shit is done, so I don't have to rely on other people to do it.
You mean like me, who clearly is unreliable?
Who started our...
I don't understand. He just said, press that button and it'll play the intro, and then it didn't, and then I was like, now what do I do?
But that's what I mean, right? Like, the more you know, the easier you can problem solve when shit bursts into flames.
Look, this thing is actually up and running, and that's... To me, that's a victory.
That is a victory.
Well, let's see if I can find it so I can post it.
But yeah, so Caitlin's still gone. She's on vacay. Much deserved vacay. Brett isn't here for reasons that I haven't been told about.
Oh, he's on a secret... Uh-oh. Wait, you're sure we're live?
I mean, I sit... Like...
Oh.
Yeah. Hello.
Why
We have 3 people in chat. Hi.
Hi. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm copy pasting it now.
Oh my God, Laurel.
What? Normally, Caitlin can say "talk amongst yourselves," but there's only you. Fine, talk amongst yourself while I do shit.
How do I have a conversation with myself? You know, I've actually always wondered that, how YouTubers are able to just talk into a camera and say things, usually about nothing. So let's talk about that into a microphone. How do YouTubers YouTube?
I figured it out.
Did you?
I did. Haha! Take that, people who usually do my job for me.
Even more reason why when Caitlin gets back, I'm going to sit down, turn on a fucking recording device and go walk me through this. I don't like relying on other people. It's a vulnerability, goddammit.
Well, that's why I wanted to learn how to do this. And I got this far, but
Listen,
I don't know why I can't get that intro to play.
We are live.
Yeah. And? Hi, people. I'm your host, the Shitty Laurel.
And Adam's here, too. Hello.
More or less.
More or less.
I mean, little bits of him die away each time.
Each day, yeah. I'm decomposing at a faster rate than the average walking corpse.
I don't know if that's true. I see some people out there where I'm like, ooh, that every step you're taking is taking something out of you, isn't it? And they're like, yeah.
I live my life trying not to judge other people as much as possible, but I definitely have those moments where I fail pretty hard at it, and I'll be looking at myself in the mirror going, I don't like this, I don't like that, I wish this was better, I wish I had blah, 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 and then I walk outside and I'll see something and go, I'm doing all right.
It's true! It's like, that person's having it worse. I can get through this.
Yeah. There's also just in general, my wife likes to watch, every now and then she likes to watch shitty daytime TV.
Dr. Phil?
Exactly. I was literally about to say like Dr. Phil, and assuming that show's not scripted, which I don't think it is, I'll be watching some of that with her every now and then, and I just go, man, I've got my shit tight, like, together so fucking hard.
There are some people who truly believe, like, some nutty stuff. I mean, I guess so do I. So does everybody, but for some people, it's interferes more with their day-to-day than others.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the, speaking of having your shit together, have you ever seen Canadian Cops?
In person?
No, it's
no, not the show.
It's a TV show on Netflix.
I'm not sorry about that one.
It's a TV show on Netflix. It's from like the 80s, 90s, and it's called You're Under Arrest. And it's just a cacophony of mullets and mustaches.
Oh my God.
It's pretty good.
It's like the flip side to Trailer Park Boys.
Well, it's, you know how Trailer Park Boys is a mockumentary?
Yeah.
It's that, but a documentary.
But it's it's the actual documentary.
Yeah, there's a bit in it, and this is again me throwing myself under the bus for being judgmental. There's one in it that I quote with my wife now and then. Where this guy's getting arrested and he's resisting arrest and he's being belligerent and drunk and violent, and there's these two cops holding him down, and this dude's buddy's going, stop, this is why I tell you to stay out of the Crown Royale. You gotta stick to Labatt's Blue. The Crown Royale makes you crazy.
Oh my God.
And I'm just going, this is the most fucking Canadian redneck shit I've ever seen. As somebody who's from there, this is the most Canadian redneck shit.
I love how he goes from brand to brand when they're clearly two different alcohol types. He doesn't say like, stop drinking whiskey and drink beer. He's like, nah, stop drinking Crown Royal. Drink Labatt Blue.
Yeah, Labatt's Blue.
Which, that should never be words spoken by anyone.
But don't know why we got on that tangent, but yeah. Because
Mom and Dad are gone. We don't have to do an intro. We don't have to introduce ourselves. We don't even have to do Would You Rather's anymore. We're just going to talk shit about Canadian TV.
Well, I do think it's funny because when we were trying to figure out what we were going to talk about, you and I were just sitting there thinking...
Games.
Yeah, because you're like, all I want to do is talk about Sekiro, and all I want to do is talk about Mortal Kombat 11. I mean, and then we kind of...
Who can tell us it's wrong?
So that,
who can tell us?
Exactly. So that's the thing. We had this beat where... We're like, Mom and Dad aren't here. Yeah. We can do whatever the fuck we want. Oh. So I've come up with several Mortal Kombat related Would You Rathers.
Oh, I thought you were going in a different direction with this. I was going to say, like, and so I invited 30 of my friends and we're having a house party.
We're going to play Mortal Kombat live on the stream. Also, we're not going to stream the video. It's still just going to be audio. So it's just going to be clicking on a controller and people going, fuck!
What would it take to make that a reality?
Nobody would listen to that.
We could still do Would You Rathers, but we could just be live streaming us playing while we do it. So it'll be like, would you rather have to take care of 20 baby ducks? Fuck yeah!
My spine! You punched out my spine!
I needed that! That's my drawing spine.
Yeah, this will be the beginning of Shitty Wizard pivoting into a Let's Play channel.
Yeah. Look, they're all going that way. Who do we think we're better than? Nobody.
Well, based off the start of this episode, I think I'm better than a bunch of people, apparently.
At least we have an episode. No thanks to... Actually, that's not true. A lot of people helped me figure this out.
I was about to say, don't act like you did this on your own.
I did not. I don't know anything. All right, let's jump into it. Hit me with one of those sweet Would You Rathers. Oh, shit. It's just me answering. All right.
Well, we'll talk about it, and I'll tell you what I think.
Let's have a little therapy video game time.
I'm not sure how much of that was audible, but Laurel just laid down on the couch. All right.
It started when I was a child, and my dad let me watch him play Tomb Raider, and he fought the big T-Rex, and I was so afraid.
Did that really happen?
Also delighted. Yeah, totally.
Sweet. My dad, when I was a kid, used to come home from work, and I didn't realize this was pirating, like old school pirating. But he used to come home with floppy disks and burnt CDs with games on them.
Oh, shit.
And that's how the first game that I ever played on a computer was Doom 2.
I remember Doom!
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, that game was the best!
I probably should have been playing that, but eh.
I kind of get it, though. Like, back then, the graphics were so shit that even watching somebody's head explode, you're like, meh.
Yeah, I mean, it's super...
7 red pixels isn't gonna scar you.
Yeah. And I also remember he brought home Duke Nukem 3D one time.
Oh my god.
And there was a parental advisory thing that you could lock, so there was no blood and all the like ladies were gone.
Kids can't handle ladies.
But well, they were scantily clad ladies.
Oh.
But the funny thing is I managed to guess the password because I just started putting in the names of his favorite hockey teams one time, and it fucking worked.
God damn it! God damn it, Mr. Hines! Get your shit together. There's children to be thought of.
I mean, whatever, same thing, right? Just you shoot a guy and pixels fly everywhere.
Yeah,
But
looks like confetti.
So to be on brand, so we're going to talk about, we have video game themed Would You Rathers, or at least I do. I have Mortal Kombat themed Would You Rathers. So
add your video game themed Would You Rathers in the comments and on Discord.
Yeah, so we can still be on brand, but also misbehave because our parental figures are gone. So in Mortal Kombat, there is always these things called the crypt, where in the first time they kind of introduced it, it's just rows of coffins that'll be like E13, and you pay a currency to unlock it, to open it, and you get unlockables. Skins, concept art, shit like that.
Fuck yeah.
In Mortal Kombat 11, it is a fucking Shang Tsung's island from the movie that you run around in, like in a third person, like you have this little avatar called the Traveler, and there's tons of Easter eggs, and you're exploring shit like that, and I'm enjoying the fuck out of it. I'm not even unlocking anything, there's just puzzles and shit.
I just want to run around.
Yeah, I just want to run around. There's an area where it's, do you remember in the movie when it's Goro's having the big feast and Kano's got the chicken leg and shit like that?
Yeah.
That's there.
Nice.
And I remember thinking to myself, this is fucking sweet. I wish I could run around in something like this. And then I got to thinking, well, aren't there amusement park attractions with like Harry Potter where you can kind of go through the school and just explore and stuff like that? And I was thinking to myself, what would be better? Would it be better for Shang Tsung's island to be a... So let's format it as a would you rather.
All right.
Would you rather have something like that exist, but it's an amusement park, but it's also not like the highest budget, because Mortal Kombat's not near the level of, say, like Harry Potter.
Okay.
So
Budget Island.
So it's Shang Tsung's budget island made from shit from like Fright, the fucking, those Halloween stores that pop up every October.
Oh, God.
So it's made out of shit like that. So it's still cool and fun, but also...
I've seen some people in my neighborhood make some wicked haunted houses just using like their front porch and like shit they got from Walmart.
Yeah. So would you rather explore something like that, or would you rather it be a real place that you can go to and explore and actually find treasures and shit, but
you can die?
You can fucking die, because here's a fun fact about the crypt in Mortal Kombat 11 that I didn't know about. Shit will kill you.
So this is supposed to be like essentially an extension of like the select screen, but you can die in it?
Well, yeah, like I said, you load it up, and that's like a third-person adventure game where you're running around, and at first it's just, there's treasure chests, and you walk up to it, and there's a little currency thing above it, and you spend coins to open it, and you unlock skins and stuff. However, as you progress, there are puzzles. Cool, right?
Yeah.
Then there are puzzles with traps attached to them. And then you get this thing called Kenshi's blindfold, and when you put it on, you can see into the spirit realm. But when you're in the spirit realm, corpses can get up and fucking rush you and like crush your head and shit like that. But you also need to do that stuff to progress and unlock stuff.
Okay. I got a little mitt full of questions.
Question away.
1, is it one life you're dead?
Yes, this is you.
Okay.
This is not Mortal Kombat World anymore. This is Laurel on Shang Tsung's island.
How deadly is it? Like, how likely are you to die? Like, what's the skill level required to be, like, a basic... Based
off of my experience with the fake version in the game, pretty high. Because I didn't even know you could die in this thing until I was...
you got caught off guard.
Okay.
So that's something... Like, if you were going in there being like, okay, this is serious time. Like, if you were just really cautious and, like, kind of knew what to look for, you would talk to some people who had been there already. You were, like, fully prepared. What are your chances of making it back out?
I feel like it's less of a test of physicality so much as it is wit, because You're not, like, platforming or anything. I'll give you an example of a fucking trap that killed me that I didn't see it coming.
Okay.
Is I walked up to this pillar, and this pillar was broken into 3 sections. On each pillar, it had, like, legs, torso, head. One was a skeleton, one was a corpse that had meat on it, and then the third one was a robot, kind of like Cyrax and Sector. And then you pull these switches, and you try to put the bodies back together.
Don't make the robot.
No, I did the robot, and it unlocked a door.
Oh.
I did the corpse with meat, and it unlocked a door. I did the skeleton, and it lit me on fire.
Right, so that's not even necessarily an outwit. That's just like you don't know until you get screwed over by it.
And that's the thing, right? There's really no...
But those are the kind of traps where I'm thinking, if this was a real place, I'm not the first one going there. There's going to be, like, guides offering, like... You're like, look, I'll go with you if you pay me money, and I know the first 20 traps.
Yeah.
And then, or I could just, like, go in a big group where it's like, no, you twist the mannequin and see what happens. I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? Like, there would be enough people experienced to know. Or do you have to go in alone? Is that, like, part of it?
Yeah, you have to go into alone. It's dangerous. People know it's dangerous, and I would say...
But you can't get, like, tips beforehand. You can't ask a guy ahead of you being like, all right.
Oh, I would say you could maybe get some tips in this. Like,
okay.
I will say the tips that you get are... In the beginning, it'll seem pretty benign, but as you go deeper, your life is in peril. Mm. And then there's less surprisey shit, like there is a hallway with fucking axes swinging that you have to time through and stuff like that.
No problem. I ain't getting axed by no pendulum.
I've seen Indiana Jones.
I've done Wipeout.
Yeah.
The backyard version. Do you have to finish it? Like, what if I go to this island and I'm like, I want some treasure, and then I'm gonna get out?
You don't have to finish it, but the deeper you go, the better the treasures.
Okay, I guess the real question, the decider for me is, what treasure is worth me risking my life for?
So this isn't based off the game. This is based off of what I would dictate for what it would be like if it were real.
Yeah, it's like unlocking a character for me, not a big deal.
Yeah.
A new person exists, I guess.
Like, cool, I guess. Thanks to me, Scorpion's real now, so sorry about that, the universe. No, I would say it starts off with you finding gold. So valuable, but you also have to flip it. You know, you're not finding treasure chests full of fucking Canadian currency.
Yeah, but gold, how hard could it be to flip gold? I imagine you just gotta like Google in like people who buy gold and then you're good.
So, you know, artifacts and gold, things that you have to flip. Mm-hmm. But I would say the best treasures as you go deeper and deeper and deeper are like items that give you abilities.
Ooh, so like we're talking potential superpowers here.
Potential. We'll make a Mortal Kombat themed superpower. So you get like Scorpion's fire and Sub-Zero's ice and that kind of shit. So things that will make you more than human, I guess.
But other people can get these too, or am I the only one invited?
I would say other people have tried and been killed in the process. Because here's the other fun thing about the island is there's corpses everywhere.
Oh no, like living corpses?
No.
Oh.
Just like dead ass people that didn't make it.
Okay, so there's not a whole lot of people getting as deep as getting ice powers.
Yeah, I would say nobody's done it. Or so let's say one person has done it and that's how you know it's possible.
Okay.
But they basically got their bullshit powers and were like, fuck this, I am not, like, kind of realize that shit is hanging by a balance.
Am I better than other people? Let me pose that question to myself for a second. Am I the one? Am I the chosen one who'd be able to solve the riddle?
It's not the chosen one. It's, let's say you're going in with a little bit of an advantage because you know it's dangerous.
Oh, so everybody else is weirdly kind of blind to it.
Yes. Like once people found out how dangerous it is, people stopped going, and you're the first one to kind of go, I know it's dangerous, and I feel like that gives me an edge.
Okay. I mean, I gotta say, I don't know how interested I am in old budget land corpse party zone.
I mean, yeah, it's just, so you still get to run around and explore, but it's fun and harmless and stupid and corny.
I mean, those exist now. I've gone to them. They're pretty fun, but it's like...
But you won't...
Am I going to drive an hour out for this thing? I don't know.
I wouldn't say you have to drive out an hour. I mean, listen, the main benefit is you still... Because for me, I really like running around and exploring shit in video games. That's kind of, if you give me a fun world to run around in, you've got me.
Yeah.
But it's fun because there's no danger.
Yeah, no real danger, not to you.
So, you know, it may be corny and poorly put together, but...
Joke's on you, there's a predator in that theme park.
Yeah.
Taking people home.
It looks shitty, but we also released a fucking actual alien into it, so... Good luck!
Whoops.
Hope you can run fast. Faster than your friends, anyway.
I can run faster than most of my friends. I think I'll be... I'm not the last one, and that's all that matters.
What's the old saying? If you ever stumble into a bear, you don't have to run faster than the bear. You just have to run faster than your slowest friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, so yeah, you get the benefit and the joy of running around and exploring shit because it's cheaply made but fairly robustly designed, so you still get Easter eggs and you get to find fun shit that's not worth it.
And you get little prizes.
You get little prizes, but you can't...
Actually, that does sound really fun.
But you can't die, whereas the other one, you get legitimate riches and possible superhuman abilities, but you can get fucking murked.
I can't, to be honest, like, knowing myself well enough, I'm probably not gonna risk the deeper levels. Like, I'm gonna walk up to that mannequin, I'm gonna look at it and be like, nah, I'm out. If I don't know the answer to a riddle or a puzzle that I face, and I know that if I get it wrong, I'll die, gonna be honest, not gonna attempt it.
But this is the main problem. There is by the time, so in the Mortal Kombat, like in the actual video game version, by the time I got to the point where I realized that it was deadly, I was getting killed.
Right. But you said that's my advantage though, is that I know that can happen.
You know it gets deadly at some point, you don't know when.
Right. So it's just like, but I could be like, you know, making sure I'm not stepping on things that look like buttons, looking at the holes in the walls to see if there's any arrow darts coming out.
Don't peer into the spirit world, I guess.
Definitely. See, here's the thing. I've been pretty lucky, but I'm not gonna push it so far to think that, like, yeah, I'm gonna totally make it through. And gold, like, I'd probably maybe make it as far as gold. And even that's not enough for me to be like, I'm gonna risk my life for gold. So I guess I'm going to that theme park.
Yeah. SSASJJ says, what about death? Is your soul stuck there as a zombie, or like death is just that go to heaven thing you believe in? I would say your corpse just fucking becomes decoration on the island like all the other ones.
Ha, joke's on you. That is my heaven. Whee! I get to live on Corpse Island.
And Shang Tsung does eat souls and collect them, so I don't know, actually.
Oh, shit. Well, I'm staying away from him.
Yeah, I would say, like, he's dead, so your soul goes to whatever bullshit you believe in, but your corpse is just now decoration on the island.
It would be cool to see, like, a legit cursed ruin, though.
I mean, so here's the thing. I'm totally with you. Like, the temptation is real.
Yeah. Like, I don't even care so much about the gold, but I just want to, see it. I just want to... Can I just run around in there and not go for the gold?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're pretty safe if you don't actually interact with anything.
Yeah. Like, if like, are any of the traps something where you just walk down a hallway and a pit opens up and you die?
No, there is, like I said, there are hallways that have the swinging axes, but you can see them. Right. So it's not a fucking surprise.
So it's like, usually you know when you're approaching a puzzle.
The puzzles are dangerous in a way that you don't see coming until it's too late.
But you know that they're a puzzle.
But you know it's a puzzle. You know you're interacting with some shit.
So it's not like I'm just turning the wrong corner and get fire blasted.
No, you're interacting with something and getting fucking murked.
So maybe I will still pick that one, and I'll just, like, have fun running through this, like, labyrinth, and I just be like, don't touch on anything. Yeah.
And here's the thing for me, too, right? The reason why I agree with you and the temptation is there. When somebody's like, that house is haunted, my response is, oh, word?
I want to go to the haunted hotel in Salem. And just sleep there and be like, come on, ghosts, give me one dream.
Tell me a story.
Tell me how you die.
And part of that's because I don't believe in any of that.
I don't know if I do. Probably not. Although I think I want to.
Yeah. Are you familiar with the show BuzzFeed Unsolved?
I think I've heard of it.
So
yes.
The idea is there's a guy that believes in ghosts and a guy that absolutely doesn't. Yeah. They go to haunted locations and fuck around and try to find proof of ghosts. And one of my favorite episodes, which I actually think is the first one, they go to this house where an actual satanic cult did rituals. And there's the remnants of a pentagram that's been fucking burned into the ground in the basement. And the guy that doesn't believe in this shit lies on it and is like, here we go, come on, demons, get me. And they like turn out all the lights and shit like that. And it's the most relatable content because I would have done the same fucking thing.
You know what? There's a tiny part of me that might have been the other guy being like, don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Because, 90% sure not, but maybe. I don't know everything. Maybe a ghost is going to take over your soul now. Who knows? I definitely don't believe in, movie-style poltergeists, coming in and being like, blugga, 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 look at your cupboards opening up and down.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
what?
Yeah. But so that's the thing, right? The idea of somebody going, there's this island, all this fucking crazy shit. All this crazy shit is actually real.
Yeah.
It's so tempting. I want to see it.
Yeah, man. I mean, what a way to go.
What does a well of souls look like? I would like to know.
I want to peer. What if you just take a peek? What if you just take a peek into the well of souls? Then do you die?
I don't know.
Can you just look in and then be like, okay, saw it. I'm out.
I don't know.
No, Adam, you're supposed to. You're the guy who's done it. You're supposed to be like Adam, tell me how to solve the first puzzle.
Actually, I think you go blind.
Oh.
I think there's actually a character. The guy that you get the fucking blindfold from, he's blind because he looked into the well of souls and it blinded him.
Oh,
but it also gave him weird powers, so you'd be blind with weird powers.
Switcheroo! We're heading into a new Would You Rather. Would you give up your eyesight for superpowers?
Depends, I guess, on the power, but probably not.
What power would be worth it?
I think his power is he can look at, again, because you kind of get to use his power.
What if you could read people's minds, but you're blind?
Oh, okay. I think, just to clarify, I think his ability ends up being able to look in the spirit world, and I don't want to fuck around with dead people. I don't care.
Well, they might know some shit. What if they know all the secrets? Plus, they know what happens when you die. That's got to be reassuring in some way.
Yeah, you want to know what happens when you die? Some asshole in a blindfold bothers you.
I mean, that's not their whole day. He just comes around time to time.
Yeah, fair enough.
I might give up my vision for
I value my eyesight a lot.
I mean, it's big. I'm not gonna lie. It's big. It's a big price. But to be able to I don't know. What if you could see okay, you become blind in your body, but you've basically got slight spoiler alert, 3-eyed raven powers where it's you can't see the future, but you can see anywhere in the world at any given time.
Quick question.
Except for where you are right now.
Yeah, quick question. Is this a Game of Thrones reference?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I don't know.
It's so topical.
Yeah. We're running into this issue, and I think this is actually topical for the chat. Because they were talking about fucking Endgame earlier. But it's everybody's hyped for Game of Thrones and Endgame, and I have no strong feelings one way or the other for either of those.
I have to admit, I really am. I'm so on the Game of Thrones train, and I realize everybody is, well, not you.
No,
but it's one of those things where it's this might be the last one. This might be the last big TV show that everybody's watching.
Well, and I don't want to come off like I'm judging. I'm really excited for people. This is a big moment for a lot of folks, right? And I think it's fucking cool. I think it's fucking cool that art can do that. Bring people together and get everybody excited about a story. I think that's great.
Especially a story like this that kind of... Sorry, I'll let you finish and then I'll interrupt.
Game of Thrones is a weird point for me because I really tried to like it. I watched the first half of the first season and I was just it's 5 hours in. I hate everybody. I hate everything that's going on. You got me all into this fucking White Walker bullshit and then hit me over the head with politics.
Yeah. And your favorite.
Yeah, which I'm angry enough about in the real world. I don't need a show doing this to me. And then I basically said, the only character in the show that I like is Sean Bean. And I know how this goes because I know what they do to Sean Bean in movies and TV shows.
They always do it to Sean Bean.
They always give it to Sean Bean. And then a buddy of mine who had finished the season at the time, I'm like, does it go the way I think it goes? And I said, this is what I think is going to happen as a whole, point by point. And he goes, yeah, you pretty much called the whole first season. I was like, all right, well, I'm out. Like 5 hours in and it's not doing it for me. Like, I'm out.
Fair enough. I thought the characters were very compelling. I liked that they were unlikable. I liked that it wasn't just like, we're the good guys and we're the bad guys. And it's like, we're the decent sort of human beings and then we're the really, really bad guys.
No, and that's fine. The whole thing was boring.
Fair enough.
For me, and I have weird feelings on Game of Thrones because everybody's so excited about it, and I just wish I liked it. Like, it's one of those things that I don't like, but I wish I fucking liked it because I want to be part of that zeitgeist.
It also, like, kind of a weird appealing thing for me is that it's one of those shows that feel like a movie that's just been broken out into a bunch of cuts because it's really long.
It's fucking beautiful.
But it's like a fucking 10-year-long movie. And then when it ends, you're just going to be like, fuck, that was a long movie.
So to get back to your question, what does the three-eyed raven thing do again?
Okay, well, I'm altering it slightly from what it's like in the show. In the show, you can see everything that's happened in the past, anywhere in the world, and anything that's going on right now, anywhere in the world. You basically can see all the time. I haven't read the books. They haven't said whether he can see the future at all. I don't think so. Mm-hmm. But, Three Eyes kind of implies it. But anyway, unconfirmed, and also in this version, no. In my version of this Would You Rather, you're giving up your eyesight. So basically the only place in the world you can't see is the area in which you are standing. But you can see everything else at any given time. You're like omnipresent in a way. Okay,
so the way that I'm picturing it almost is like, you know how in a third-person game you can kind of control the camera? You can like flies around. I kind of picture it like that, but you can never see yourself.
But yeah, never yourself.
Huh. Shit, that sounds pretty cool, actually.
That's pretty cool.
Sounds pretty good. Yeah, I might blind myself for that. My career's over, but I feel like you could do some shit with that.
Oh yeah, you would be fed. You would be well fed as far as like making a living doing something like that. But you would also just, like, your perspective on the world, you would become so, it's weird, because you could still feel, like, you can still interact with where you are standing. So, like, blind people make do, but then you've also got this cool power to, like, basically spy on anybody that you want to spy on.
If you say yes to this, you are basically saying yes to a fucking career in espionage and like working for the government as a fucking intelligence agents.
I also think I just found like a really weird loophole.
What?
You put a camera on your forehead and then you have it live linked to a video in a room that's far away from you. That your ghost version just stands in that room and looks at the computer.
I love it.
Those are your eyes now.
I love it. We're doing that.
I fixed it.
Yeah, we're doing that.
I broke it.
Yeah, I'd blind myself for that.
Yeah. It's definitely like, you would get some lagging and it would be like a little imperfect, but that's one way to do it.
So yeah, I would choose that. And then going back to the Shang Tsung thing, because we never answered that. I think with the knowledge knowing that the island is deadly, I would say I would go to the real one, but also have a very hard cutoff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Would you do at least one puzzle, though? Would you even risk one? Because you don't know.
Depends on the puzzle.
The first one could get you.
First one can, and not all of them are deadly. That's the other thing.
Oh, you just don't know.
You don't fucking know until you're on fire.
I would approach every puzzle like it's deadly.
Yeah.
Because I don't know it is, and there's a chance that it is, that means it is.
Yeah. So I would probably go to the real one, and then... But you also have to kind of imagine that, it's all fun and game in a game, but could you imagine going to an island and there's just corpses strewn everywhere, and then there's a pit with spikes that have heads on it, and you're like, all right, this is fucked up, and I have PTSD now.
I can picture it, and it's everything I ever wanted.
Yeah. So
I want to see his head on a spike. Come on.
no, I don't want to see that. But just like,
Well, like not of someone I know.
the idea of going to like an island full of real weird shit that's real, I kind of want to see that.
Yeah, hell yeah. And that there's actual like spirits and shit walking around in there. What if you get cursed? What if you go in, you're like, you know what? I'll do the first puzzle. You do it, and you're like, okay, this one wasn't deadly. But what you don't realize is that you've been cursed, and you'll never really know. It'll pop up years later, and you'll just be like, everything just seems to be going wrong, and you don't know why. You feel like you're just fucking up all the time, and you just don't get it.
Or you just get weird urges. Like one day you're just sitting there, and you go, suddenly I feel the urge to test my might.
And then you like backhand your cat, and you're like, why did I do that? Why did I do that?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Nibbles. I forget your cat's name.
You just... Cats. And Mr. Nibbles is good. I like the idea of you being cursed to just occasionally narrate something. Somebody does something really cool and you turn and you go, flawless victory.
Oh, the best curse! I would be down with that curse.
Yeah, you'd just be known as a really supportive friend.
Yeah. They're like, he just really likes Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, nobody knows you're cursed. Everybody just thinks you're a fucking nerd.
Yeah, you just come off as like super fanboy.
Yeah, like you go, oh, a spider, and you crush it, and then you go, fatality.
Wait. I know people who do that now.
Do you really?
Did they go to the island?
Holy
Damn
shit.
it, I picked Disneyland.
It's already real. Yeah, I'm going to the island.
I've never been to Disneyland. I want to go. Everyone makes it sound like this sounds bad.
It's the ultimate fake Shang Tsung Island.
I'm still waiting for my parents to trick me and be like, you thought you were going to the dentist? Now I'm going to Disney World! Ah! Also, why are there two? There's Disney World and Disneyland. Which one's the good one?
I know one's in Florida. Where's the other one? Anaheim? Or is Anaheim Florida? My geography is shit. Just FYI. Before somebody corrects me, I know. It's bad.
Is anything in Anaheim? I mean, probably.
I don't know.
No, there's Orlando.
That's Florida. I know Orlando, Florida.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where... that's what I was saying. I'm pretty sure that's where Disney World is.
Who wants to listen to two Canadians figure out American geography?
Who wants to talk about fucking theme parks?
Yeah.
All right.
Do you have one?
No, but I'm thinking it's about time to take it to the chat.
Okay.
Just because we gotta get some interaction here. Did anybody post one that was game related? Talk amongst myself now. Now it's my turn. Hello. Welcome back to Sip Sounds.
Oh my god. You're just making this an ASMR video now? Would you rather choke on tea in the middle of a live stream?
It was like a cough and a drinking tea wrong at the same time. I tried so hard to stifle it, and I knew the more I did, the worse it was going to be.
Your bit could not have gone worse.
No, it couldn't have. Oh, God.
That was amazing.
Well, we do what we can.
All right. So we actually have one right here from Thulu Pleb 378.
Yo, Thulu!
Praise the old ones. Would you rather have the ability to read minds, but when you read minds, they read yours and can die? Hold on. Yeah,
wait a minute.
I'm gonna amend this because that one doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm just gonna say, would you rather be able to read minds, but if I read yours, you read mine?
Okay, I kind of like this.
I kind of like that.
It's so weirdly intimate.
Or you can stop, reverse, or fast forward aging, but only through really awkward skin contact. And so because they don't clarify that, I'm going to define that as, say, like, awkward skin contact with strangers that, people you don't know, and it has to be, like, cheek to cheek or, like, nose tip to nose tip.
I'm okay with that. I do that all the time anyway.
With strangers?
Not with strangers. But I'm all about touching elbows. Just elbow to elbow.
Tongue to elbow.
Ooh, that's dirty. Okay, wait. So when you say, like, rapidly age, and you said it could go either way, so I can, like, grab someone by the shoulder and be like, 80! And they just shrivel up before me? Is that the idea?
Yeah, I guess. Well, I would say.
Do I have to? Can I awkwardly touch myself to make me young forever?
I would say only. I would say you can only affect your own aging. So let's say.
Oh!
So it's like you Eskimo kiss a stranger, and then you could just age yourself up 20 years in front of them and be like, "What have you done to me?"
Oh, this sounds awesome! I want both of these powers so much. I talk about this. I've talked about this before, where it's so rare that we do a would you rather where it's you want both. Usually we do the you want neither. Mm-hmm. Usually it's like choosing the lesser of two evils. But this one is like, fuck, I want both of these powers so bad. There's so many wonderful... One, you essentially have eternal youth so long as you're okay with awkwardly touching strangers. Which, you know what? It's worse for them than it is for me. I'm weirdly okay with it. I'm just gonna like... just slowly back up into someone else's back while they're standing on a street corner and then just be like, young forever.
I mean, there is a downside to the mind reading thing because seeing how I've removed the dead thing, like you still have people learning your fucking deep, dark secrets and thoughts.
Well, can they like, are they able to cherry pick? I assumed they were just hearing like your current thoughts.
I would say they're getting personal information.
So they're
not like your PIN number,
but they have like access to your psyche, not just the words going through your head, but your actual like. They just go in there and they're like, "Oh man, you're racist as shit."
Yeah. Or just like, "Oh, that turns you on? What the fuck?" You know, like that kind of stuff.
Hey, we all got our kinks.
Yeah. But I just mean. Here's the thing.
But they're locked in with you. So It's like anything they go like, oh man, that's fucked up. You can be like, dude, I know all about your shit too.
Yeah. Here's the thing though. There's something appealing about, because I think life is a play, right? Everybody only see, like, people only see what you let them see. And the idea of building relationships with people is you let them in and they see more and more and more and more. So now you have the opportunity to just go, there are now literally no fucking secrets. None. Your most deranged, demented, sexually perverted shit is now just known, but so is mine. So it's like, that's kind of... If you can't bond with somebody after that shit...
Yeah. I don't know, I think I'm more vanilla than I may lead on.
Yeah, maybe, but that's...
But what if that was it? What if they were like so... Like, you go to your loved one and you're like, okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna take this to the next level, like the ultimate level, where we will be the first two people to truly ever really understand each other. And then the other person's like, I'm so psyched. And you're like, I'm so psyched. And then you go and you find out they're boring! You're like, oh, you're exactly what you appear to be. And then they're looking at you like...
They look 20 years older.
Yeah.
That's funny. I never thought. I just assume everybody's a degenerate. So
I suspect so. But there's got to be one out there.
One person who's literally just vanilla as fuck.
Or not even vanilla, but it's just like, oh, like you are actually pretty genuine. Yeah. Like there's stuff I didn't know about you that now I know, but you're not. It's not like you're not different than what I thought you were. I'm like, oh yeah, that is. That is the weird kink that I would expect you to have.
Yeah.
Like, what if you're just not surprised by the answer? You're like, oh, I really did know you. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
What are the odds?
And I guess the other question that you have to wonder for the aging thing is, does that just affect you from a vanity standpoint? Or does this mean, let's say...
living forever.
Let's say I hit the age...
unless you get murdered.
Yeah, so let's say I hit age 62, and then I get diagnosed with fucking cancer. Can I reverse my age to the point where I didn't have cancer?
Well, that's what I was thinking, because they just said aging. And aging isn't just vanity, it's like your guts and shit. I would love to have young guts forever. If I could pick one thing, here's my new would you rather. Would you rather look young until like your natural time of death, or would you rather have like the muscle and inner workings of someone young until your death. Because I'm picking that one. I'm vain as shit, but I'm still picking that one.
Yeah. I would rather have the digestive system of a 25-year-old.
Or fuck, a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
Those people can eat literal garbage and they'll be fine.
Yeah.
I hit 30 and all of a sudden I get colds again. I remember, like, through my 20s, I was definitely that person who's like, I never get sick. And then I hit 30 and I'm like, I'm sick all the time.
Yeah, you don't realize how actually immortal you are when you're a fucking child until you hit your 30s and then shit starts to turn off.
Like, I get hangovers now. What's happening?
Yeah. Oh.
So, like, and by the sounds of it, this Would You Rather is, like, both. Like, you essentially can just, like, you can live in that 20s golden age forever. And, like, your mind and everything.
Yeah. I'm actually really struggling with this one. I don't know what I want.
They're both really tempting.
Because here's the thing. For me, I've said this on the show before. I don't want to live forever.
No, but I want to live primo until I die.
Yeah. The also other issue that you have to keep in mind is that you don't know how your body's going to change as you get older. What if you say, so I'm in my early 30s now. So what if, as a joke, it's like, I'm going to fast forward until I'm 90 to see what that's like. But then I do it and I have dementia and I don't know how to go back.
Oh, no.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, as much fun as it would be to prank people just to, like, be like, I don't know, I'm going to make out with a stranger and then, turn 90 while we're kissing and then just be like, this was all a dream. Or, like, some weird, creepy shit like that. But you're right, that's risky. Because, like, you could even just have a heart attack. Who knows?
Yeah. So for me, the aging one, you kind of get stuck with, I just want to avoid health problems and look nice, which is valuable because I wouldn't want to go forward.
Well, you might want to go forward if you go back. For example, like maybe you wanted to prank someone by going the other way where you turn into a child and then... But eventually you're like, okay, I want to be an adult again now. So then you got to touch someone weird.
Yeah. But the only utility I can think of as aging yourself forward is really if I was 17 or something and I wanted to buy beer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, I think I might go for the mind reading thing.
Would you mind read with your partner? Or is that
yes.
too much? Is it too much?
No, I would.
Be like, I can't, oh no.
No, I would.
What if you find out something where it's like, find out that she actually hates beards. She's hated them this whole time and just didn't have the heart to tell you.
I would rather know.
I guess so.
I value honesty. I really do. Even when it hurts. Because here's the thing, right? And you know what? I'm honestly choosing this based off of how much I fucking hate small talk.
Oh. So somebody says like, hey, Adam, how's the weather? You just touch them weird and go like, nah, how's the weather?
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Even though you don't have to touch them with the mind reading thing.
It is
don't
also
forget.
like, oh, right. Sorry, I got those two confused for a second. There is definitely a plus to the idea that like you still choose who and when.
Yeah.
Like, they have access to your mind, sure, but it's not like anybody has access to your mind. It's like you pick. So it's like you're finding someone who's like, it's weirdly kind of, like, it's really intimate. It's like you date people to be like, if they're meant, like, I don't know if I'm ready to like mind swap with you.
Yeah. But I'm going with the brain thing.
I want it really bad, but
the vanity and the health stuff is kicking in.
The vanity and the health stuff, man. That's it's a big one. It's a big one. Besides, as I get older, I'm realizing I don't value honesty. Just lie to me. Just tell me what I want to hear so I can get on with my day.
Fair enough.
Just tell me I'm doing a good job.
Laurel, I appreciate the honesty.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right. This one's a lot simpler, but I like it, and I'm going to explain why I like it.
Okay.
Alessandro Villano asks, would you rather have to wear a mask everywhere you go? It can't be an exact replica of your face. It's a weird mask. or wear gloves everywhere you go. I'm going with mask because I love slasher movies. And honestly, the most exciting thing, or one of the selling points for the new Mortal Kombat game, seeing we have a theme, is that you can fucking customize and dress up the characters, and the characters that have masks, you can customize the masks.
Fuck yes! I love this game!
I have a mask collection at home.
Hell yeah! Are you the mask salesman from Majora's Mask?
I love masks.
I am totally with you on this, actually. I was going to say, like, oh, gloves would be easy, but then I'm like, oh, but I agree. I love masks. That was one of the things I actually really loved about Ocarina of Time, and particularly Majora's Mask. Like, that whole game, I played it over and over and over again just to play, like, fucking weird, what character am I now? Meh.
Yeah.
But... And, like, if I had to wear... Like, I wouldn't need it to be a replica of my own face, but I could still make it, like, really fucking cool. Like, you basically get to create this whole new persona that you can literally just, like, throw on, like, a mask.
I literally have sat through really shitty horror movies because I liked the mask the bad guy was wearing.
Yeah. I mean, you would be that guy. The guy who always wears a mask. They're like, were you Phantom of the Opera? You'd be like, maybe. Oh, does it have to be a full face mask?
I'd say, well, let's see here.
You could go masquerade style if you were feeling a little more...
Let's see here. Would you rather have to wear a mask everywhere you go or wear gloves everywhere you go? So I'm going to say this. I would actually say, based off of the way he worded that, you don't have to wear the mask when you're at home. Everywhere you go, to me, implies when you leave your house.
Yeah.
So you could switch it up, I would imagine.
Hell yeah.
Right?
Because, like, sometimes...
And listen, this is going to make your social life really difficult. There's no way around that.
See, if you could wear a masquerade mask, I feel like people would still be like, really, that's your thing? But I think it would be enough that you could, like, it wouldn't ruin your social life.
Fair enough. A lot of the masks I own are creepy. So.
I would love to wear the creepy masks around, but there are certain situations where it's like, for example, if I'm going out to play some soccer, it's kind of hard to see in a mask sometimes.
Yeah.
There's always that little bit of, like, vision getting cut off. So if I could put on one of those just, like, pasty masquerade masks, just so I could, like, you know, do trapezing for a little bit. Yeah. That would be cool.
So, yeah, I don't know. For me, this was a simple one. I fucking love masks, so.
Why don't you bring them in? I mean, if anyone could get away with wearing a mask to work, it's people who do a job like ours. And I guess hackers.
I don't want to wear it. So here's the thing, and this is, for me, like, the answer is easy, but at the end of the day, I don't like wearing masks. I find them pretty uncomfortable.
Yeah, there is that.
But there's just, like, an artistry to them that I really appreciate, because you have to...
I'm picturing your house just like
the
walls are all masks.
It's actually not. So here's the
I've been to people's houses like that where they've got all those... What are they? They're like collectible. They're like people who...
Yeah. So I want to clarify something. I have a small collection of masks, not like a big eccentric one. And I specifically had this conversation with my wife because she asked me, like, why don't you buy more masks if you like them so much? And I said, what would you think if you walked into somebody's home and they had a wall of just creepy masks? You would think you were going to get stabbed.
No, it's usually like older ladies.
But considering the masks that I like tend to be horror movie based, like I have,
right.
So and here's the thing, like I have a resting bitch face, I have a deep voice, I'm kind of
Oh yeah, your voice mixed with like a slasher mask.
Yeah. So I also, you know, I'm tattooed and I like scary shit, and it's just like.
But your tattoo's so beautiful.
Thank you very much. But my point is that I'm able to be self-aware enough to know what kind of vibe that's going to put out to new people that I meet who come over, that I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to indulge in it because again, on topic, we've been talking about Mortal Kombat. I bought the collector's edition because it came with a life-size replica of Scorpion's cowl and mask. Fuck yeah. And it's fucking gorgeous and I love it. But I'm not going to have a wall of fucking masks because that's what a serial killer does.
Come on, Adam, do it!
No, and I don't need it. Like, I don't, for me, I'm like, it's a money sink that I don't need this shit. But again, I have some. I bought a really high-end replica of a Jason mask because I love Friday the 13th, and I have it hanging over my computer.
Nice!
So, like, he watches me while I work, and I work a lot. So,
I got a couple masks. The mask that we got from the Sleep No More. That was a nice
I still have it.
Yeah?
I still have it.
Put that with the collection. I actually have a lot of masks that I made. I used to make masks, like, for Halloween. Like, instead of... Now I do a lot more cosplay, but it used to just be, like, make a creepy mask for Halloween.
Yeah.
Can we have a mask making day?
Sure, I've never made one before.
It's easy. You just need some... It's actually super easy, especially if you start with just, like, a plaster mask.
Yeah. So I'll tell you this: if you like masks and stuff, they're more horror based. But the place that one of the places that I'm constantly looking at, they're called the Devil's Latex. They're a Canadian company, and they make horror movie replicas and busts and masks and shit. They're really, really fucking cool.
Fuck yeah! I especially like the one thing I really like about even like the Jason style mask, where it's basically just like, or like just the hockey mask, is like. The more simplified the face, the more that they kind of strip it down. It's like the more creepy it is, but also beautiful.
Yep, I find less is more with masks. When you have masks that are trying to look creepy, they just look corny.
Yeah. Have
you seen the fucking mask for the new Jason Gunn produced and written horror movie Brightburn?
Wait.
It's about the kid with Superman. It's Superman, except he comes down, and as he's getting his powers, he's like, oh, all these people are fucking ants to me. And it's like a slasher movie, but with a Superman kid. And he makes himself this weird mask that's kind of like knit together and shit. And it looks like a little kid made it, and it's very simple, but it makes it look way fucking scarier.
Nice!
It's really good.
I like it when you add the teeth back in.
Yeah.
That's always fucked. But yeah, I don't like... Just
to clarify too, Alessandro co-signed what I said. When you're at home, you can take it off, but you have to wear it around people, so...
Yeah, the nice thing about being able to take it off at home, it's like, so your face can fucking breathe, and you're not just like...
Yeah.
Because I imagine it's just like Rash City under there if you're wearing it 24/7.
Have you ever worn a latex mask for a long period of time? It's the fucking worst.
I've worn one, not for... Like, I wore one for an hour, and even that, I was like, goodbye now!
Yeah.
But... Yeah, that is the unfortunate thing. But that's why I'm like, it would be nice if, like, you had your fun, like, horror, let's go full out mask. Or, like, I'm just going down the block, so I'm going to throw on my creepy mask. But then you're like, okay, I have to go to a thing where I'm going to be gone all day. I'm going to put on a simple masquerade silk mask.
Another dope mask maker. Do you know who Miss Monster is?
Ooh, no.
Look her up. She's a fucking great artist.
Does she do custom? Like she makes
I've never seen her do custom, but she does like animal-based masks that usually just cover from the nose down. And she'll sell like unpainted ones too. She's made
bottom-down mask!
Yeah,
I was thinking more like top-down.
She's done full ones, but like she's also made ones that have, like, because they're all based off of like demons or animals or stuff, and she's made the ones that when you open your mouth, they open.
Whoa!
I don't know why I haven't bought something from her yet. I keep meaning to, and then I don't.
But I feel like a half mask would be enough that like the comfort level would... Like, you would still have this cool, iconic look, but you'd be able to wear it for a full day without being like, God, can't see anything, and my face is heavy.
Yeah. So, that's an easy one. And I was going to grab another Would You Rather, but it looks like we're almost at an hour.
Wood mask?
Oh, wood mask?
Wood masks are nice. And they can be surprisingly lightweight.
Yeah.
I like the, or even just like the ones where it's like a slab of wood with two eyes cut out, and you're just like,
yeah, I fucking love the Plague Doctor ones, too.
Yes! Oh!
Those ones are classic.
Fill it full of potpourri. What would you put in your plague mask? Would you go, like, classic herbs, or...?
Honestly, it's
just
not...
lemon rinds.
Yeah.
Just whiskey. There's a little... And you just tip your head back and you go, 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 go.
Just, I might actually put like a little bit of whiskey because I like the smell of it. Like when you...
just enough to smell it.
Well, that's the thing. Like when you get the alcohol out of whiskey, it tends to have a really interesting sense to it.
Kind of woody.
Which is why when you're nosing scotches and shit, sometimes people will say like dip your finger in it and then...
like dry on your
hand.
hand.
Then, rub it between like your wrist and your finger or something, and it'll get rid of the alcohol and you can smell it, and then you get more of a pure scent from it. So I would do something like that. And then I was also going to say a lot of my beard oils that I tend to use are citrus based. Mm-hmm. So probably something like that.
Just a little bit of orange rind in a little pool of whiskey. And every once in a while, I just go like, time to take my medicine.
Yeah. And then my mask would just smell like a fucking old-fashioned, which I'm not complaining about.
I imagine alcohol would probably wear away the quality a bit. But it'll be okay. You can put a lining in there. Are we just about...
It's one.
Oh, okay, bye!
Yeah, so we're just ending it poorly, too?
I mean, let's see if I can get this outro to play.
Well, before you do the outro, thank you very much for coming to the Streamy Dreams. We appreciate it. I'm your shitty host, Adam.
And I'm your shitty host, Laurel.
And hopefully we'll have our fucking guiding lights back soon so that...
Never! We'll have masks instead. I'll wear the Caitlyn mask. You can wear the Brett mask. We can switch. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Bye!
Bye!
Shitty Wizards!